What is up, my good dudes? Today, once again, we are working on this 1996 Toyota T100. Some time has passed since we worked on it last. We replaced the lower control arm and sway bar link and the lower wall joint on the passenger side. And we acknowledged and promptly ignored the absolutely destroyed CV axles. So today, we're going to try and swap out both of the front CV axles because they're both in terrible condition, and see how far we get. I've never done this before, like a lot of things I do on here, but I got a good idea of how to go about it, I think. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. Alright, so I don't know if the time lapse will pick it up, but something about these rims really likes to stick to the hub. And I fought with it a long time before. But what I generally do is I'll loosen up the lug nuts, and then I'll set the weight of the vehicle on it with the lug nuts loose, not off, and then kick the shit out of it, and then lift it back up. Generally that works. All right, what I'm running into is these acorn centering washers. I got a taper to them, and I tried a couple different things, but what seems to work is you thread your nut onto here where it's flush like this, and you just hit it. Highly recommended brass hammer. I bought mine from Harbor Freight. Works great. It's just a chunk of brass. That way, if you miss or you fuck up, you don't damage like your threads on these or the other ones of these, or like it's a tiny safeguard. One that I think it's well worth it. But yeah, here's what I'm looking at. I think I've only ever really seen these on Toyotas. I'm sure other vehicles have them, but in my experience, that's what they're on. All right, I'm gonna try to get the rest of these out. All right, so I'm trying to. I got all those little acorn washer deals out of there. And I can't seem to get this hub to come out past there. It's not engaged or anything. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to do some research to figure it out. So I'll be back. All right, it took me all of 30 seconds of looking to realize that this is a cap that can be pulled, and there's a 12 millimeter. Oh yeah, there's 12 millimeter under here, and there's 12 on all these. I just wasn't thinking. Just gently, because I don't want to mess this thing up. That's, oh, that was glued on there. Somebody used some like RTV to like hold that in place. Gross. Well, I'm gonna have to do something about that, I guess. Alright, and then get that off there. I should probably do something better with my hardware. And this slides off. Yeah, Jesus. Sometimes. All right. There looks like there's a spring clip right here. I think that's about it. And then we'll just leave the rest of that alone. Then we got some stuff to remove from underneath there, and hopefully we can push pry this motherfucker out. All right. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go see if I can find some pliers or something to remove that thing, and yeah. I couldn't find a pair of actual spring clip remover tool. But what I did is I took these wire strippers, put them in there, and then just gently pull back, and I have my screwdriver that was behind it. So I'm just gonna lock this guy around because I got part of it off. So you work with what you got, I guess. A million better ways to do what I'm doing, but at least I'm doing it. I guess not everybody wants to gamble with their vehicles. Here we go. And this washer. I should get some gloves. It's free. Okay, so next part we'll be removing the hub, or the hub. God, no, not that. We're going to be disconnecting the back of the drive shaft from the transmission, hopefully prying that away, and then sliding it out and back. That's my best idea I have so far. So I'll get the camera repositioned. I'll try to start moving them parts. As it turns out, the first one just wanted to fight, and I managed to get the rest of them off with just using the impact and turning this by hand. Didn't even need to brace it or anything. So I'm going to try and hit this with a brass hammer a bunch. Try and get a pry bar underneath it and see if I can't wiggle it past those studs and just bring it out and down. Let's see. Alright, just tapped on it with a brass hammer some. Now we're gonna yank on it. Oh, it's so close. Oh, that's so unbelievably close to going off. What I did is I wedged this guy up underneath there and then just sort of spun the hub around until we're about here. I'm hitting something now. Oh, I'm hitting the lower A arm. So if I jack up on the lower A arm, it'll come out of there. Well learned. That's not touching anymore. Let's just try and... Okay. Now, maybe I'll let this down again. Okay, we're gonna have to take this sway bar link out. Yeah, not much we can do there. Alright. Well, my camera died. Basically, all you really missed is me just finagling the jack and everything up and down just a bunch and trying to get everything lined up as I can. And then wedging a pry bar in front of that, which there's probably an easier way to do that. And I really hope there is, because I'm about to put that other one back in. And yeah. So, I'm gonna get this camera set up. I'm gonna crawl underneath there. I'm gonna try and stab that through there. Actually, should have just recorded it like normal, but that went in really nicely. I don't know if I just got all the angles right when I was trying to get it pulled out of there, but I had a lot more fight getting it out of there than I did putting it in, which I'm not upset about. Let's get these cinched down. Oh, yeah. Always look up your torque specs. Cool. She's in. Sweet. Oh, something I might have forgot to mention. I had to cut the sway bar link out because it was seized in there and it was in our way. So, good news, I already have one because I was gonna do it on the other side. All right, let's get this hub assembly pulled back together. I don't know how much you guys can see. How's that look? That's not too bad. All right. So, by memory, we're going to put that on there. And then should be just enough room for a little retaining clip. Shove that guy. No, there we go. And try desperately, oh so very desperately not to lose this fucking clip. I want to hear that click into that groove. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw it. That clicked right into place. Beautiful. Alright. And then, yep. Got this guy. This only seems to go one way. They're just lined up. And then so that came with a much longer bolt. No, I'm not sure what that's about. We're going to use the one that's already on here, if the threads are the same. And it looks like they are. It should be a 12. I don't really know. this here. What I do need is this guy. And snug this up. Oh yeah, on the other side. That's for tightening. Snug. Alright, our acorn bits. Plug with it. I'll put in there. Break it out. Lose any of this. Put it around. Put it on 4. Okay. Washers. Normal washers. All the way around. That's all of them. These guys started. I'm sure there's other spoils or things like that. At least we can gather all the specs on all this stuff. Highly recommend it. And sometimes you want to write stuff. You know, like for anybody belt desks and stuff. See these guys good and snug. And then you set down your wrench and lose it. Oh, there it is. Always make sure to be on the first. Fresh wrench. There might be a pattern to doing this. I'm not entirely certain. Go. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Alright, well, that's pretty much gonna wrap this one. I'm gonna go and do the other side off camera because this camera keeps dying because it's like 30 degrees. But I'm gonna get this cinched down, get the other side wrapped up, and T100 is gonna have some brand new CV axles. So until next time, have a good one, my good dudes. Alright, one last thing. I'm just pulled the CV axle on the other side, and I was having a hell of a time getting it out, and what I ended up doing is something incredibly sketchy. I wedged a brass hammer underneath my sway bar to act as a sway bar link that's further back and give me a little bit more space. Popped right out. No issue with the studs or anything at all. It just super easy. Wish I had done something like this on the other side. Please, somebody else find a better solution than this, because that's super sketchy and I do not like it. All right.